Uh, the the word mystery means secret. This is the great secret, and I tell you today, nay, I give to you, I can give you. If you'll take it from him, not from me, I can give you a secret which has been to me oh so wonderful. Years ago I came to him burdened with guilt and fear. I tried that simple secret, and it took away all my fear and sin. Years passed on, and I found sin overcoming me, and my temptations too strong for me. I came to him a second time, and he whispered to me, Christ in you, and I had the victory, the rest, and the blessing. Then the body broke away in every sort of way. I had always worked hard, and from the age of 14 I studied and labored and spared no strength. I took charge of a large congregation at the age of 21. I broke down utterly half a dozen times, and at last my constitution was worn out. Many times I feared that I should drop dead in my pulpit. I could not ascend to any height without a sense of suffocation because of a broken down heart and an exhausted nervous system. I heard of the Lord's healing, but I struggled against it. I was afraid of it. I had been taught in theological seminaries that the age of supernatural was past, and I could not go back to my early training. My head was in my way, but at last, when I was brought to attend the funeral of my dogmatics, the Lord whispered to me in a little secret, Christ in you, and from that hour I received him for my body, as I had done for my soul. I was made so strong and well that work has been a perfect delight. For years I have spent my summer holiday in the hot city of New York, preaching and working amongst the masses, as I never did before, besides the work of our church and college, an immense mass of library work, and much besides. But the Lord did not merely remove my sufferings. There was more than simple healing. He also gave me himself that I lost the painful consciousness of physical organs. That is the best of the health that he gives. I thank the Lord that he keeps me from all morbid physical consciousness and a body that is the object of anxious care, and gives me a simple life that is a delight and a service for the Master, a life of rest and joy, wisdom in himself. Then again I had a poor sort of mind, heavy and cumbrous. I did not think or work quickly. I wanted to write and speak for Christ, and to have a ready memory, so as to have the little knowledge I had gained always under command. I went to Christ about it and asked if he had anything for me in this way. He replied, Yes, my child, I am made unto you wisdom. I was always making mistakes which I regretted, and then thinking I would not make them again. Then he said that he would be my wisdom, that we may have the mind of Christ, that he could cast down imaginations and bring into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ, that he could make the brain and the head right. Then I took him for all that, and since then I have been kept free from this mental disability, and the work has been rest. I used to write 2 sermons a week, and it took me 3 days to complete one. But now, in connection with my literary work, I have numberless pages of matter to write constantly, beside the conduct of very many meetings a week, and it is delightfully easy to me. The Lord has helped me mentally, and I know that he is the Savior of our mind as well as our spirit. His will, my will. Well then, I had an irresolute will. I asked, Cannot you be a will to me? He said, Yes, my child. It is God who worketh in you to will and to do. He then made me to learn how and when to prefer, and how and when to yield. Many people have the decided will, but they do not know how to hold on to at just the proper moment. So too I came to him for power of his work and all the resources for his service, and he has not failed me. So I would say, if this precious little secret of Christ in you will help you, you may have it. May you make better use of it than I. I feel that I have only begun to learn how well it works. Take it and go on working it throughout time and eternity. Christ for all, grace for grace, from strength to strength, from glory to glory, from this time forth and even forevermore. Himself by A.B. Simpson. Once it was the blessing, now it is the Lord. Once it was the feeling, now it is his word. Once his gifts I wanted, now the giver own. Once I sought for healing, now himself alone. Once 'twas painful trying, now 'tis perfect trust. Once a half salvation, now the uttermost. Once 'twas ceaseless holding, now he holds me fast. Once 'twas constant drifting, now my anchor's cast. Once 'twas busy planning, now 'tis trustful prayer. Once 'twas anxious caring, now he has the care. Once 'twas what I wanted, now what Jesus says. Once 'twas the constant asking, now 'tis ceaseless praise. Once it was my working, his hence shall be. Once I tried to use him, and now he uses me. Once the power I wanted, now the mighty one. Once for self I labored, now for him alone. Once I hoped in Jesus, and now I know he's mine. Once my lamps were dying, and now they brightly shine. Once for death I waited, and now his coming hail, and my hopes are anchored safe within the veil.